Ruining my girlfriend's life after I accidentally got her pregnant? How one drunken, careless night destroyed her dreams, her career, and our future forever. My name is Jake. I'm 26 years old, and 2 years ago I ruined the life of the woman I loved more than anything. This isn't a redemption story. There's no happy ending. This is just the truth about how one careless night destroyed Mia's future forever. I met Mia when I was 22 and she was 21. We were both at the same university. I was studying business. Nothing too exciting. But Mia? She was brilliant. Environmental science major with this fire in her eyes whenever she talked about climate change, ocean conservation, or protecting polar ecosystems. She had this way of lighting up a room. Long dark hair, sharp green eyes, and a laugh that made you feel like everything was going to be okay. We started dating after a late night study session turned into coffee, then breakfast the next morning. Within 6 months, we were inseparable. For almost 2 years, everything felt perfect. We talked about the future a lot. She had huge dreams. Finish her master's, get a PhD, move to Norway for this prestigious research program studying melting glaciers and their impact on sea levels. She already had recommendations from top professors. She'd even learned basic Norwegian on Duolingo just for fun. She was on track to change the world in her own way. I was proud of her. I supported her. I told her I'd follow her anywhere. We were careful about birth control. Always. She was on the pill, and we used condoms too. Neither of us wanted kids young. We were clear about that. Not until I'm at least 30 and established, she used to say, laughing. I agreed completely. Then came that night. It was a Saturday. One of our mutual friends was turning 25 and threw this big house party. We drank more than usual. Cheap beer, some shots, loud music, dancing until 2 a.m. We got home around 3, both tipsy and laughing, hands all over each other. We stumbled into the bedroom and things got heated fast. In the moment, I went to put the condom on, and it slipped. I felt it. I knew it wasn't on right, but I was drunk, horny, and selfish. I didn't stop. I didn't say anything. I just kept going. Afterward, she fell asleep quickly. I told myself it would be fine. She was on the pill. One little mistake couldn't hurt, right? I was wrong. So fucking wrong. 3 weeks later, Mia started feeling off. She was exhausted all the time, nauseous in the mornings, and her favorite food suddenly made her sick. She thought it was stress from finishing her thesis. Then her period was late. Almost 10 days. She bought a test, just to be sure. I was sitting on the couch playing video games when she came out of the bathroom. Her face was white. She held up the pregnancy test with 2 clear pink lines. Her voice was barely a whisper. Jake, I'm pregnant. The world stopped. My stomach dropped. I remember staring at her like an idiot for what felt like forever. Instead of hugging her or telling her we'd figure it out, the first words out of my mouth were, "Are you sure it's mine?" Yeah, I actually said that. She looked at me like I'd slapped her. Then she started crying. Not loud sobs, but this quiet, heartbroken crying that tore me apart. We talked for hours that night. She was terrified, but firm. She wanted to keep the baby. Her family was religious, and even though she had stepped away from the church, the idea of abortion felt wrong to her. She said she couldn't live with it. I panicked. I listed every reason why it was a bad idea. Her career, the Norway program, our tiny apartment, how young we were. I even offered to pay for the procedure and said we could try again later when we were ready. She looked at me with this mix of sadness and anger I'll never forget. I can't believe you're asking me to kill our baby so I can chase my dreams, she said quietly. I backed off. What else could I do? The pregnancy was rough. Mia had horrible morning sickness that lasted well into the 2nd trimester. She threw up almost every morning before class. Her energy was gone. She struggled to focus on her thesis. Professors who once praised her started giving her concerned looks. One even suggested she take a leave of absence. The Norway research team found out during a background check for the position. They politely withdrew the offer. They needed someone who could spend months in remote Arctic camps. A new mom didn't fit their timeline. Her scholarship got messy. She had to defer her master's defense. Friends who were graduating and moving on for their own PhDs slowly drifted away. Social media became painful for her, watching everyone else live the life she had planned. I tried to be supportive. I got a second job waiting tables at night so she could rest. I went to every doctor's appointment. I rubbed her back when she cried from the pain of sciatica. I held her hair while she puked. But deep down, I resented how fast everything changed. And she resented me for causing it. We fought a lot. Ugly fights. She'd scream that one careless night stole her future. I'd yell back that she chose to keep it. It was toxic. The love was still there, buried under exhaustion and blame, but it was cracking. Lily was born on a cold February morning after 18 hours of labor. She was perfect. Tiny hands, Mia's green eyes, my nose. In that delivery room, for a brief moment, I thought maybe we could make it work. Mia held her and cried happy tears. I cried too, but reality hit fast. Postpartum depression hit Mia like a truck. She was exhausted, overwhelmed, and grieving the life she lost. Breastfeeding didn't go well. Sleep was non-existent. She couldn't finish her degree on the original timeline. Money was tight. My 2 jobs barely covered rent, formula, and diapers. We moved to an even smaller place. Her mom had to fly in to help for months. Mia never went back to her full research path. She tried online classes, but balancing a newborn and studying was nearly impossible. The fire in her eyes dimmed. She started working part-time at a local coffee shop just to feel like she was contributing. Every time she saw an article about climate research or a friend posting from Norway, she'd go quiet for days. It's been almost 2 years since Lily was born, and things have only gotten worse. The guilt I carry feels heavier every single day. At first, I told myself we could rebuild. I cut back my hours at the second job so I could be home more. I took night feedings when Mia was too drained. I tried to surprise her with little things. Flowers, her favorite takeout, even printing out old photos of us from before the pregnancy. But nothing fixed the emptiness I saw in her. Mia's depression didn't lift easily. She cried in the shower so Lily wouldn't hear. She stared at her old research notebooks for hours without opening them. One night I found her on the couch scrolling through pictures of her friends who had moved to Europe. She was sobbing quietly. When I asked what was wrong, she just whispered, "That was supposed to be me, Jake. I was supposed to be there." We started seeing a couples counselor. It helped a little. Mia finally admitted out loud how much she resented me for that one night. I admitted I had been selfish and careless. The counselor encouraged us to communicate better, to find new dreams together as a family. For a few months, things felt stable. Not great, but stable. Then the financial pressure broke everything again. My main job laid off half the staff. I was one of them. Suddenly, we were surviving on Mia's part-time coffee shop wages and whatever savings we had left. Diapers, daycare when her mom couldn't watch Lily, medical bills from the birth. It all piled up. We argued about money constantly. I started picking up odd jobs, delivering food, fixing cars on weekends. But it wasn't enough. Mia's family blamed me. Her parents, especially her dad, made it clear they thought I had trapped their daughter. During visits, the tension was thick. Her mom was supportive of Mia, but I could feel the judgment every time they looked at me. Lily is now 20 months old. She's walking, talking, and full of energy. She calls me Dada and lights up when I come home. I love her more than I knew was possible. But every time I look at her beautiful face, I also see the price her mother paid. Mia loves Lily fiercely. There's no doubt about that. But motherhood came at the cost of the career she had sacrificed everything for. A few months ago, Mia finally finished her master's online. It should have been a celebration. Instead, it felt hollow. The degree came without the prestige, without the opportunities. No one was offering her research positions anymore. She applied to a few entry-level environmental jobs, but most required travel or long hours that didn't fit with childcare. She got one offer, a low-paying admin role at a local conservation nonprofit. She took it, but I can tell it kills her a little more every day. Last month was the breaking point. We were fighting again about whose turn it was to do laundry when she stopped mid-sentence, looked at me with tired eyes, and said the words I'll never forget. "I wish I had never met you, Jake. You ruined my life." She said it calmly while folding Lily's tiny clothes. No yelling this time, just exhaustion and raw truth. She didn't scream or throw things. She just sat there, tears running down her face, and told me how she feels trapped. How she loves Lily but mourns the version of herself that disappeared the night I got her pregnant. How every day she wonders what her life would look like if she had been in Norway right now, publishing papers, traveling the world, making a real difference. I didn't know what to say. I just apologized again, for the 100th time. She nodded, but I could see it didn't mean anything anymore. We're not officially broken up yet, but she's been sleeping on the couch more often. She talks about maybe moving back in with her parents for a while to get some space. I know what that really means. She's thinking about leaving. I spend my nights staring at the ceiling, replaying that stupid drunken moment. If I had just stopped. If I had been responsible. If I had put her dreams first instead of my own momentary pleasure. Mia would probably be finishing her PhD by now. She might be engaged to someone who supported her properly. She might be happy. Instead, she's exhausted, underpaid, and stuck with me. The guy who accidentally destroyed her future. I don't know what happens next. Maybe she leaves. Maybe we try one last time for Lily's sake. But the damage is done. Some mistakes don't come with do-overs. If you're listening to this and you're young, in a relationship, or just careless sometimes, please hear me. Be responsible. Communicate. Don't assume it'll be fine just this once. Because one night can echo for decades. One selfish decision can steal someone's entire future. I ruined Mia's life. I ruined the brightest, most passionate woman I've ever known. And I have to live with that guilt forever.